governor is calling for the mayor of Baltimore to resign now. Mayor Catherine Pugh's homes, the Baltimore City Hall, her attorney's office, all raided earlier today by the FBI. Now, Pugh is officially on a leave of absence for pneumonia. It's been revealed, however, the University of Maryland medical system paid her $500,000 for children's books that she wrote. This was while Pugh was a member of the system's board. Now, I want to bring in CNN's crime and justice producer, David Shortell, with us. So, first of all, do we know what specifically they are investigating the mayor for and what they're looking for in these raids?
Yeah, good morning, Christy. 6 raids, at least, as federal investigators this morning are fanning out across the city of Baltimore. We know they were at 2 of her homes, City Hall, as well as the office of her attorney. It appears that this is in connection to the book deal that you mentioned. Now, Mayor Pugh was on the board of the University of Maryland health system for a number of years while she was serving as a state senator, as well as when she was mayor. Now, during her time on the board, the health network paid her some $500,000 for a copy of this children's book that she wrote called Healthy Holly. Those books were later distributed to the Baltimore City school system. Mayor Pugh was home this morning when federal investigators showed up at her house around 7 a.m. No arrests have been made yet, though. But, Chrissy, to obtain a search warrant like this, it means that federal investigators told a judge that they believe there's probable cause that a crime occurred. So this is certainly a significant ratcheting up of this scandal that's really engulfed the city of Baltimore for the past couple months. So,
as I understand it, Mayor Pugh recently gave $100,000 back to the medical system. She canceled her book deal. She resigned from the hospital's board. Help people understand the crime that they're talking about here, the implications for her in her roles on that board at the time.
Yeah, Christy, it's an interesting case, and details are not publicly known about it yet because investigators haven't filed any charges. But talking to attorneys who deal with this type of stuff, what could be happening is there may have been allegations of some type of pay for play. She was serving on the board of the health system when this deal was inked, while she was also a state senator. So it's unclear if there were any deals that she made in terms of legislation. No accusations of anything like that. But we know that also the IRS was there this morning, as well as the FBI. So that could indicate there's some type of tax question here. Did she properly file for all the payments she was receiving? As you said, she did return $100,000. That was for a shipment of the books that was still ongoing. She has apologized last month in a press conference. She called it a regrettable mistake, but she hasn't stepped aside while there have been calls for her to resign, including this morning from the governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I want to read part of his statement calling for her resignation. He said she's clearly not fit to lead. On April 1st, I directed the state prosecutor to investigate the disturbing allegations surrounding Mayor Catherine Pugh's questionable financial dealings with the University of Maryland medical system. Today, federal law enforcement agents are raiding Baltimore City Hall, the homes of Mayor Catherine Pugh, the office of her attorney. It sounds like it's really aggressive, even authoritative language, you know, talking about how they are raiding her homes and I directed this. Are there some political undercurrents here between these two?
That's a good question, Chrissy. He is a Republican and she, of course, is a Democrat. Governor Larry Hogan, though, was reelected recently with wide support across the state, so he's known as being more of a centrist. But there is that political question. Of course, the city council, which is comprised of a lot of Democrats, has also called for Pugh's resignation in the wake of this scandal, and that was before these search warrants were executed. That was before we knew there was a federal angle to this investigation around her. Pugh, like we said, has apologized. We've reached out to her and her attorney for comment, haven't heard back yet.
Yeah, we know that Kaiser Permanente bought 20,000 books from her. The Associated Black Charities reports that it bought 10,000 books from her as well. So it does make you wonder how expansive this investigation might be as well. David Shortell, thank you so much for walking us through it.
You got it. Thank you.